Welcome back to day 2 of our asynchronous scientific sketch activity. Today you have to have a leaf or some kind of organic material from a plant that you can sketch. So today I have my plant and I'm going to take one of these leaves and sketch it. And we're going to follow the steps that we learned on our previous async day to do that. So the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure you have a header up there. So I remember in my notes it says always date and title your sketch. So I'm going to put at the top fig leaf. You noticed I'm using a pencil today because I'm sketching, and then I can always go over it in ink or colored pencil. And today's date happens to be September, whatever it is, and 2020. So whatever ends up being the date, because different classes have different async types. So I have my title. Make sure you write your name at the top, and period, and science. So first thing you need to do is we have to remember to be accurate, big, colorful, detailed, and explained. After you've done that, we need to make sure we trace the object. So I don't want it small, I want it the same size. I don't want to kill my plant, so I'm just going to trace it. And remember, I think it said that we needed to use dots, so I know it's going to be kind of crazy, but I'm just going to kind of carefully go over it with dots. And hopefully it'll show up. I'm not really doing a very good job, but so I got kind of like a dot to dot to do. So then I'm going to make sure that I trace this, my little dots. And it's looking kind of like a leaf to me. And then I'm going to go to the stem, and I'm going to move it up so you can kind of see it. So that's kind of the shape of my leaf. And then it said to draw a center line. And if I look at my leaf really closely, it has a center line down the middle of it. So I'm going to draw that. And it's pretty thin, and it is a different color, so I'm going to make sure I do that. And then it has some veins off of it. So I'm going to draw those veins off of it. And some of them are fairly large, some of them aren't so large. And they're actually a different color, so when I go to color it, it won't be that big of a deal. But then I'm going to do the little tributaries off of it, and they're pretty symmetrical. I wonder why that is. That could be one of my I wonder questions. Why are the veins so symmetrical in a plant? Right? Because they kind of are, and it's kind of different, and I want to know why. So, and they seem to get thinner as I go up my leaf. So I'm looking at my leaf, I'm adding my little veins, and yours needs to be a lot more detailed, and I will make sure I color it and take a picture of it at the very end. But your leaf should be a different leaf than mine. I have a fig leaf, so that's why mine looks that way. So I've done that. Now I have to have a zoomed in section. So I'm going to pick a spot and do a close-up of it. So if I pick a spot over here, I'm going to make sure I draw this little section better. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to make that my zoomed in spot. So then I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like close up. It looks almost like a tree, doesn't it? And then I will make sure I label it. So this is the stem. These are what I call veins, so I'm going to label those veins, right? And then I'm going to make sure that I also do another zoom-like section right here, because I want you guys to see that there's like these little cell-like structures in the leaf. So I'm going to take that and move it up here. And then I'm going to draw these like little things that look like cells that were in the plant when I looked at it. And I'm going to fill this all up and make sure it all matches. So after I'm done with that, I will color it, and I'll ask my I wonders. So I'm going to be like, I wonder why the leaf is like a mini tree. Another wonder could be, I wonder why the veins, because that's what I'm calling them, are more noticeable on the back of the leaf than on the front. Because if I look at the back, they kind of stick out. You can see them kind of sticking out. So I'm going to say why the veins are more noticeable on the back. And you're going to have one more one, and I might say, why is there a scar? Because I noticed there was kind of like a scar on the leaf right here. So why does it have a scar? So I wonder why. Remember, they have to be I wonder questions. So I will color it and post it onto Google Classroom, and you can see what the finished product looks like. Have a great day, guys.